Week 5 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Vikings and the Browns. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams.
First quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know. As we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for you? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's a give to Jones. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to Chandler. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First and 10. Here's Jones. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Man in motion here. From the red zone now. Brought in left side by Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. And leading them out is the only quarterback taken in the first 2 rounds of that 2022 draft. Out of Pitt, Kenny Pickett.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw is Pickett. Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way! And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Jones trying the left side. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Jones once more. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. They'll run here following the penalty. And he'll go down here at the 16. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got it at the 5. And this is down all the way to the 3. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Holding. Offense.
But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. It's Jones on the toss. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. So now, here's third and goal. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings pull out in front further, 13-zip. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Returnable from the 1. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Connects with Thrash. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. They're going play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Harrison Smith on the covering.
Now Pickett. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this, here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Throwing from near his own goal line. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. Has it at the 37. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Play action on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against the defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now we're on the counter. And not much there, but enough to get across the 45. It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. Third and long upcoming. Pickett will look to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
On play action now, McCarthy. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points, and their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine, because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. Motioning him from the slot right. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up at the line. No gain on the play, and now it's 4th and long.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot. because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This will be from 52 yards. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And they continue to trail by 12.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
This offense making its way back out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and then brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd down's critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Ford. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Pickett to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now McCarthy, able to find Hawkinson. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Mason gets in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings go up by 19.
Browns 2.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return coming here from the 12. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. A give up the middle to Ford. He'll cobble together a yard there. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Another one for Ford. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Now here's Pickett. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Ball at the 33 for first down. McCarthy looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, McCarthy. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here's McCarthy to throw. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. DeAndre Carter, the deep man. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one is out of bounds, no return on the kick. The Browns going on offense here very late in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. Pickett set to pass. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
To throw, Pickett. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down. And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this third down. Back to throw it. That one complete to Njoku. So at the end of 2, the Vikings playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Short kick gathered in at the 15. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Ford straight ahead. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and things looking a lot tougher for them now with 2nd and 20.
At the 17-yard line.
To throw is Pickett. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead.
Browns 2.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Return coming from the 14. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Browns ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Looking for a throw here. Pass complete to Thrash. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. The Browns are lining up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. Punts away, and he really pulled out the lob wedge here. It is soaring high as they try to pin them deep. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Vikings back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
After the penalty, they have 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, here's Jones. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down now, 7 to go. And they send a man in motion. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Receiver in motion, headed right. 2nd down carry for Jones. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. From the shotgun, McCarthy. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. The Browns getting their offense out there. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
Lone back gets the handoff. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Now Pickett. Completed over the middle. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Offense to the line for second down.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Motion man sent left. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Locates Jefferson along the sideline, complete. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 2nd and 3 now. A give left side to Jones. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and just 2 to go. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he'd love to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass, and a 4th down instead. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Kickoff taken at the 13. And he takes this one in. He goes the distance on the kick return. All right, Brock, let's see if this is able to provide a little spark, because their offense just hasn't been able to consistently provide their own so far this game.
Yeah, a little spark, a little charge, a little juice, a little bit of energy. He wouldn't be denied trying to do what he can to jolt this team.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns trail by 22 now. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. McCarthy to throw it. That's caught for the 1st. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On play action now, McCarthy. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. This is Jones. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Staying on the ground with Jones. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Browns pick it up. He's at midfield. 30. 10. And this return will reach the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. A great return out of him, makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier. But to put that ball in his hands wasn't going to be denied.
Trying for it on the ground. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. And after that last second score in the third, we'll resume play with a kickoff. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Moore with a return. Juke the defender. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. The offense getting set to go. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Chandler. Broke through the tackle. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 28. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And that means 3rd down coming up. Now McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They've got a man in motion. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one and kept him from getting vertical after the catch. Back
to the air, McCarthy. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Pulled in at the 20. Jukes out a one-stop. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be Vikings football. They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Jones once more. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Motion man right is Jefferson. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Right up the gut. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now, off play action. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field, because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Vikings put up even more points in a win. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. This return makes it up to the 25. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's intended to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now here's Pickett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Another try following the sack. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Pickett to throw. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Trying to force one through there. So that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He breaks the tackle, and the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive, 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Vikings nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Vikings emerge as winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.